but despite this it packs quite a punch. Despite its name, it's not really that red. It ranges in color from bright reddish orange to dull brown, and the species has a distinctive dark gray ridge and granulation. Their pincers are relatively smaller compared to other scorpions, but they have really thick tails and a large stinger. Despite their potent venom, Indian red scorpions are kept as pets. They are also kept and bred in captivity for medical research. Scorpion toxins include potassium channel-blocking peptides, which may have use as immunosuppressants for autoimmune disorders such as multiple sclerosis and rheumatoid arthritis. Some toxins may have application in dermatology, cancer treatment, and as anti-malarial drugs. They are very common in India and Nepal, where stings from this species is unfortunately not uncommon. While the scorpions are not aggressive, they will sting when stepped on or otherwise threatened. The good news is that their stings are rarely fatal to adults, however children are more at risk. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it really works. Number 9. The funnel web spider. With a venom that is reportedly twice as deadly as cyanide, it's not a surprise that the funnel web spider makes it to this list. There are 35 species of funnel web, however only one holds the title of world's deadliest spider. The Sydney funnel web is generally found in both suburbia and bushland in an area bound by Newcastle to the north and Illawarra to the south of Australia. They are relatively large spiders and have large rearward-facing fangs capable of piercing through fingernails. They are aggressive spiders that are black in color, the front of their bodies shiny and hairless, and their abdomens black or dark plum in color. Females are generally sedentary, remaining within burrows. Their entrance is framed by the species' characteristic funnel webbing, often positioned beneath rocks or logs in suburban gardens and bushland. Males are more active, especially after summer rain, when they begin to wander looking for females, and this is when people generally come into contact with them. Their venom is highly toxic and have various effects on humans, which include increased blood pressure, arrhythmia, coma, and death. The venom acts swiftly and is fatal within 15 minutes of the bite. Number 8. The boomslang. The boomslang is a venomous tree snake native to sub-Saharan Africa. Blunt-faced and pretty with relatively enormous eyes and a bright light green color in males and brown in females, the boomslang spends its days up in the trees, hunting for lizards, frogs, chameleons, mice, and birds. It's a super shy and non-aggressive species. If it comes across anything it can't swallow, it'll be out of there so fast the thing it couldn't swallow probably wouldn't have even noticed it was there. It's also basically the cat of the snake world, often moving into the enclosed nets of nearby birds so it can curl up and hibernate in peace during the winter months. The boomslang can open its jaws as wide as 170 degrees when biting. Its venom is highly potent and contains a hemotoxin that disrupts a human's blood coagulation. That said, the venom is slow-acting, which helps buy time to obtain an antivenom. Number 7. The Dubois sea snake. The Dubois sea snake or reef shallow snake is a species of venomous sea snake. They are normally found in Papua New Guinea, New Caledonia, and the northern, eastern, and western coastal areas of Australia, that is the Coral Sea, Arafura Sea, Timor Sea, and Indian Ocean. They live at depths of up to 262 feet in coral reef flats, sandy and silty sediments which contain seaweed. Invertebrates and corals are sponges that can serve as shelter. These snakes feed on moray eels and various fish that live on the seafloor, up to 3.5 feet in size. They are viviparous, meaning they give birth to live young, rather than laying eggs. They aren't really that aggressive, but will definitely try to bite when disturbed. Their fangs are 1.8 millimeters long, which are relatively short for a snake, but their venom is quite lethal. The Dubois has the deadliest venom of all snakes and can kill a mouse with one bite. Sea snakes' venoms are heinous. They can cause paralysis, blurry vision, difficulty swallowing or speaking, and in about 3% of victims, death. Number 6. The coastal taipan. The coastal taipan is often regarded as the most dangerous snake in Australia. They are extremely nervous and alert snakes, and any movement near them is likely to trigger an attack. Like any snake, the taipan prefers to avoid conflict and will quietly slip away if given the chance. However, if surprised or cornered, it will ferociously defend itself. The muscular, lightweight body of the taipan allows it to hurl itself forwards or sideways and reach high off the ground. And such is the speed of the attack that a person may be bitten several times before realizing the snake is there. When the coastal taipon strikes, it injects a large amount of highly toxic venom deep into the flesh, and studies have shown they are capable of injecting the same amount in a second or a third bite. The venom affects the nervous system and the blood's ability to clot, and victims may experience headache, nausea, vomiting, collapse, convulsions, especially in children, paralysis, internal bleeding, myelinosis, or the destruction of muscle tissue, as well as kidney damage. Anti-venom for this snake wasn't developed until 1956, so any taipan bite prior to that was nearly always fatal. Number 5. The geographic cone snail. You can't sometimes prevent yourself from touching the beautifully patterned shell of the geographic cone snail. They live in the reefs of the Indo-Pacific regions where they usually hunt small fishes. The thin shell is pink, red, or white and is covered by thread-like strings. However, beneath this beautiful structure there is a shocking truth. The cone snail has an incredible ability to detect prey swimming nearby. Once they recognize them, they use a needle-like growth from its mouth. It will then inject a type of venom into its prey. This venom is highly toxic and has some pain-killing properties as well. When this venom gets into you, it causes paralysis. The painlessness of the sting is most dangerous since the victim will not even be able to detect it. Now, these killing snails don't have humans on their to sting list, but it doesn't mean we're safe. They are a real threat to divers. In 2004 alone, around 30 human fatalities are reported due to cone snails. Number 4. The blue-ringed octopus. Humans are like babies in some ways. We are always attracted to bright, sparkling colors. The thing is, beautiful doesn't exactly equate to safe, especially in the animal kingdom. And this next animal on our list is the perfect example of that. The blue-ringed octopus is a breathtaking animal, as well as a returning animal from several of our lists. The distinct blue rings covering its body, also the reason for its name, makes it one of the most beautiful animals on the earth. The blue rings serve another purpose though. It's a warning, signaling everybody around not to touch it. This is because it is one of the most poisonous animals on Earth. They primarily use their toxin for hunting prey. However, if handled incorrectly, they won't hesitate to use their powerful toxin to defend themselves, especially from humans. The worst thing is, oftentimes their bites go undetected as they are completely painless, making immediate treatment virtually impossible. Later, the toxin will cause severe pain and numbness, sometimes immediate respiratory issues and paralysis will happen. Eventually, the symptoms will lead to unconsciousness and, well, you know what comes after that. Number 3. The inland taipan. The inland taipan has the most toxic venom of any land snake in the world. Ironically though, there has never been a single recorded human fatality from a bite of this snake. This snake is dark tan in color, ranging from a rich dark hue to a brownish light green, depending on the season. Its back, sides, and tails may be different shades of brown and gray, with many scales having a wide blackish edge. The inland taipan lives in the far west and southwest of Queensland, extending through far west of New South Wales into the northeast corner of South Australia, and into the southeast of the Northern Territory. Although extremely venomous and capable strikers, inland taipans are usually quite shy and reclusive snakes and prefer to escape from trouble. However, they will defend themselves and strike if provoked, mishandled, or prevented from escaping. Because they live in such remote locations, inland taipans seldom come in contact with people. Just how venomous are these snakes? Well, it has been reported that a drop of it can kill up to 100 adult men, and it works in as little as 45 minutes. Now it's time for the day's best pick. Today we're going to be looking at a fish that is notorious for causing a ton of fatalities, especially in areas where it is considered a delicacy. But the question is it one of the most venomous creatures on Earth? Let's find out next. Number 2. The fugu. The Japanese delicacy fugu, or blowfish, is so poisonous that the smallest mistake in its preparation could be fatal. Served in paper-thin slices by expert chefs, fugu combines luxury with high-stakes gamble. The intestines, ovaries, and liver of fugu contain a poison called tetrodotoxin, which is 1,200 times deadlier than cyanide. The toxin is so potent that a lethal dose is smaller than the head of a pin, and a single fish has enough poison to kill 30 people. Because of the high risk, chefs must undergo 2 to 3 years of training to obtain a fugu preparing license, and such expertise raises the price of a fugu dish up to $200. But this hasn't stopped the Japanese. About 40 kinds of fugu are caught in Japan, and people consume 10,000 tons of the fish every year. These fishes accumulate neurotoxin by eating other infected fishes. Japanese agriculture can now breed poison-free fugus, but most fugu served in restaurants are still of the natural kind, requiring thorough preparation. Given that, you'd probably be surprised to know that fugu aren't considered venomous. Venomous animals need to either sting or bite you in order to transmit their toxins, while poisonous animals need to be ingested into the body, either by eating or skin contact. This might be on the wrong list then, but either way. Number 1. The box jellyfish. The most dangerous sea creature on our list might not have rows of razor-sharp teeth, and it doesn't even have any visible mouth at all, but it has caused more human deaths in Australia than snakes, sharks, and saltwater crocodiles combined. These creatures are transparent and pale blue in color, which makes them almost invisible in the water. It actually took quite a long time before anyone even realized what was causing unsuspecting swimmers and divers such agonizing pain. One box jellyfish contains enough venom to kill up to 60 people, and what makes them even more dangerous is the speed at which their venom acts inside a human body. The sting of a box jellyfish can kill you in less than 5 minutes. Unlike other jellyfishes floating with the currents, these fellows can swim, making a run-in with divers more likely. Other traits that set them apart from other jellyfish is their ability to see. They have clusters of eyes on each side of their box-shaped body. These abilities support the belief that instead of waiting for food to bump into their tentacles, box jellyfish might actually hunt for their prey. Fortunately for divers, their menu mainly consists of shrimp and not humans. Did we leave your favorite venomous creature out? Let us know in the comments section down below. Want to watch more videos about dangerous animals? Click on any of the videos you see on your screen. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later, everybody.